So this is Randy Mauldin with Supply Chain Jobs, and we're going to talk about supply chain analysis as you want to consider it when looking for a supply chain job. You need to explain that you know what you're doing. What we have here today is Howard Knapp, Captain in the United States Army National Guard, California, and he is an expert in analyzing supply chain and setting up supply chains to serve in austere environments just to make it happen. In other words, a soldier can't do what a soldier needs to do without stuff. So Howard is the guy that makes it happen. So Howard, just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing now, and then we'll kind of circle back around to your background. But let's talk about what you're doing right now. What is your position on the civilian side, and then what is your position on the military side?
Hey guys, so Howard Knapp here, currently a buyer for a company called Moak in Chatsworth, California, which is in Los Angeles County. Doing a lot of the procurement aspects for the company. The only buyer, procuring a lot of components because we make things that go on space vehicles and things that also go on satellites. So working a lot with raw material suppliers, working with component suppliers, nuts, bolts, screws, and then also doing large level assembly. So a lot of working in the supply chain field, especially from a supplier relationship basis.
So I noticed you said raw materials all the way to components. So you talked about raw materials and then components that are made, that kind of stuff?
Yep, definitely. So you just a lot of different things I need to purchase, especially being the only buyer at my site. Any kind of stuff that maybe the machine shop will need for raw materials, for making tooling for us, or modifying any kind of our parts that need to be modified, doing sub-level assemblies, basically any kind of parts that go on another part. So anything that already comes assembled and that goes into our next level assembly, I've also participated in that. So a lot of complex parts where multiple pieces come together, aka assemblies. And then I'm also buying, of course, the screws, the bolts, the tape, all that kind of stuff like that. So a lot of different things I'm buying, different all across all different commodities, and trying to piece it all together for my site.
So an end-to-end supply chain for a program or for a component or something like that.
Yep, absolutely. Then also on the Army side, brigade logistics officer, responsible for about 2,000 different soldier requirements, especially up at being brigade level. So responsible for things such as making sure we have ammunition, we have cargo, we have the vehicles have maintenance requirements that we need to fulfill, food for the soldiers out in the field, handles a lot of different commodities there, mainly on that side, focusing, of course, on supply chain resiliency, a really important thing now. So pretty good wide array of experience. So I got both military and civilian experience there. So
as a logistics officer, you're kind of the guy that plans all this. So you analyze the supply chain, what the soldier needs in the front line, and then plan the supply chain all the way back to wherever it comes from to make sure that it arrives at the right place, right time. Is that right?
Yep, absolutely. So we do, of course, reverse logistics. We also do actual tracking, making sure that product is delivered on time to our end customer, which in the military usually will be an infantry unit or an armor unit. It's kind of frontline unit that's really doing the maneuvers during whatever kind of training or mission that we're supporting.
And it's not just training. You got some real world missions, especially in the National Guard. You help locals in fires, wildfires, floods, all the good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
COVID, anything like that, we help with that as well. So yeah, the National Guard leading the way on helping out the community.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like the regular military, they're kind of outside the country, but the National Guard is like the front line of the front line. Right.
Yeah, and that's one of the unique things too about the National Guard, which I'm sure a lot of other guardsmen are proud of, is that it's unique to the Army Reserve. Army Reserve has a federal mission, federally funded, so they help do federal missions only. National Guard is unique in a sense because we actually do civil support missions as well, where we help the communities out. That is one of the secondary missions of the National Guard that is unique to the National Guard only. So really proud of that and unique experiences in that as well.
Nice. So like all the wildfires that happen, you're right there.
Yep, definitely.
Right into it.